A jury also deliberating and one suspended sentence. ABC-7 there as three big borderland cases wrap up just at about the same time. Also a huge weekend coming up. Will it be washed out by the rain? Well, today it doesn't look like it, Nicole, but things are changing. That's why we have that ABC-7 first alert.
We are tracking big changes to your weekend forecast. Not only showers and thunderstorms, but cooler temperatures. Details coming up in weather.
And late this afternoon, a Fort Bliss soldier turned himself into authorities. This in connection to what put a Las Cruces teenager in the hospital in critical condition. Also, brand new developments in the Children's Hospital bankruptcy trial. Looking ahead, could UMC just let it close down for good? It's all next on ABC 7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp, and storm track weather is your top story tonight. We have you under an ABC 7 first alert for a good reason. Saturday of all days, Nichole. Are you kidding me with this?
There's a lot taking place this weekend. That's why we're giving you the heads up. Not only are we talking cooler temperatures, but showers and possible thunderstorms. Tonight, we still have the possibility of maybe some light rainfall, but Saturday, Sunday, that's the reason for the first alert. So we're still tracking storms tonight. We'll talk about the thunderstorm potential for tomorrow and that drop in temperatures and how much longer the rain will stick around. That's all coming up in just a bit, Bob.
All right, thanks so much for that, Nicole. We appreciate that. The county courthouse, that is where two of the three big legal cases that we are following tonight are wrapping up just about the same time. One for capital murder, the other a story that is still gripping the borderland tonight. Jurors, they are now deliberating in the Waukesha Ives trial. She is the Riverside High School teacher charged with injury to a child and negligent homicide. She allegedly left her 5-month-old baby in an SUV in May of 2013 while she went to work at Riverside. Baby Janae, though, died from heat exposure. Today, the defense, we heard arguing Ives had no idea the baby was in the car. To hammer that point home, they played the 911 tape from that day, and while it played, Ives was audibly sobbing, rocking back and forth. The defense is calling it a perfect storm, though. Ives was on medication, she was stressed and rushing that morning. Her husband had put the kids in the car, the diaper bag in the back, and Ives rushed on with her day, thinking her baby was already at daycare.
I think even bringing it to this point is cruel, and it's really just pointless. I don't think a mother losing her child, I don't think the threat of jail is going to ease her pain, or even, it's not even justice, because that kind of pain is unimaginable.
Well, the prosecution argues that forgetting is not a defense. They say that she is guilty of injury to a child because she recklessly failed to protect her baby. And they also say she's guilty of criminal negligence because she ought to have known the risk of leaving her baby inside the SUV. And in that other courtroom, same courthouse, a drug deal gone wrong. And tonight, a young woman facing 5 years to life in prison. Sonia Batista was found guilty of murder for the death of 22-year-old Jose Castañon, also in May of 2013. Police officers found Castañon's body inside of a home on the 2600 block of Hamilton. They say Batista and her friends, Brianna Garay and Ricardo Macias, they were all trying to buy ecstasy pills from Castañon. Well, testifying in her own defense in this trial, she told the court Castañon attacked her with scissors, so she grabbed a cookie jar and smashed it over his head. Again, found guilty of murder today, waiting her punishment. And from our New Mexico mobile newsroom crew tonight, remember a little Las Cruces boy who was reportedly so neglected the family dog was the real interaction, the only interaction it ever had? Today, his grandmother got off with just 18 months probation. And then she asked the judge for a favor.
If it's possible with you, ma'am, I would really and truly would like to go and see my son today. It's his birthday.
Well, the son she's referring to, Margaret Edmond, is who we're talking about. You know, she planned to visit her son, the father of the little boy, 18-year-old Manuel Tejas Edmond. He was arrested back in January. You might remember this story for having meth inside of his home. Authorities say that he also abused his girlfriend and their 11-month-old baby, who is now about 1.5 years old, allegedly making them all live in filth. 58-year-old Margaret Edmond pleaded guilty to child abuse charges for knowing but not reporting. Prosecutors say that she was caught on video by hidden cameras that her son had set up inside the house. The video allegedly shows Margaret Edmond slapping, jabbing, and knocking the baby down. The baby even hit his head on the crib. Police saying he was taken out of his crib for only about an hour every day. Police also saying the baby's only companion was the family pit bull, who would lick the baby's face and then would actually get the dog toys and play with the baby. All right, well, is the El Paso Children's Hospital in danger of losing one of its allies? Last night we told you that the hospital filed its restructuring plan. That includes two options here. Find a partner other than University Medical Center to infuse money into Children's, or accept UMC's prior offer to take over. But just this afternoon, we learned UMC may no longer even want to take over Children's. For the first time, UMC is saying it's a real possibility it might let the troubled Children's Hospital close down. This is all because UMC says it's learned Children's may owe the federal government anywhere between $22 and $66 million, depending on potential penalties. Children's reported to the feds that it paid $27 million in rent to UMC when it really did not. And the feds reimbursed Children's for some of that. So UMC today is sending another offer to Children's. Give it time to find another partner, but with the condition it stop litigation during that time. So the question here is, what happens if Children's doesn't find a partner and UMC withdraws its offer to take it over?
The Children's Hospital would have to close its doors, and UMC would probably open up a pediatric wing.
Yeah, so that's a very real possibility.
That's a real possibility.
I think Children's runs a very serious risk of losing the one and only opportunity they have to keep the hospital going.
If we have a third-party strategic partner and infuse new money and pay off the creditors in full.
Well, the CEO, Mark Herbers, who you just heard from there, is saying that securing a partner for Children's depends on how much they are able to reduce Children's rent payment to UMC. Children's also wants to pay UMC only $12 million of the $106 million that UMC says Children's owes it. And the option to move out of the building if it finds a partner, UMC says no way, because it's a bad deal for you, the taxpayer. All right, ABC-7 and TxDOT with live traffic coverage for you tonight. We're showing the weather here as well. Traffic is fine, nothing major to report, but the roads, Nichole, are dry. Will they stay that way? I don't know. And will the cool down hit us? That's what you're going to talk about in a minute. But first, our warning for the big change in weather this Saturday already has people talking, Nichole, on the KVIA.com Facebook page. Check out Anna, who says, and then comes the cold weather immediately. I hope we have a nice transition and enjoy the fall. No air condition and no heat. And Zyra saying, I've been waiting all summer for a status that says drop temperatures. Finally. What about Kimberly, who says, fall? I haven't been this happy to finally meet again. So romantic, Nichole. Your first alert, though, not so romantic. What's the deal for Saturday, then?
We are expecting that cool down, which obviously a lot of people are happy about that, and so am I. It's nice to see that drop in temperatures. But we're not only talking drop in temperatures, we're also talking rain chances, and they will increase. So we'll get to those details in your full forecast. In the meantime, let's talk about Doppler radar, where we are tracking some light rainfall that is moving into the area. So not quite as heavy, we're not seeing as many heavy storms, I should say, as we were last night. Just some light rainfall tracking through the region. Now, our Powell Elementary School shot from our WeatherNet camera showing us throughout the day today, we had those mostly clear skies, and Tom Lee Elementary School also was a very nice day. This is shot from Fabens, where you can see it is still dry out there, and the Tech Health Science Centers in El Paso still seeing those dry conditions. Our temperatures were at 68 degrees Silver City, TRC, 70 Ruidoso, mostly clear in Alamogordo. But as you just saw on Doppler radar, we are seeing some of those showers track into El Paso. So light rain is currently what we're seeing. The possibility of isolated storms will continue tonight. We're under partly cloudy skies, but in your full forecast, we'll talk about that cool down and how much rain we're expecting this weekend. That's all coming up. Bob?
All right. Thanks so much for that, Nichole. Another big story tonight has you talking about this teenager, 18-year-old Gabriel Benavides. He is still in critical condition at El Paso's UMC. The NMSU freshman was beaten at a house party in Doña Ana County early Sunday morning. Developing right now. Today we got a break in the case. This 22-year-old man turned himself into the sheriff's office in Anthony, New Mexico a few hours ago, late this afternoon, or early this afternoon, I should say. Derek Edward Joyce. He's allegedly caught on video doing exactly what he's accused of in front of hundreds of people.
One of the guys got him and body slammed him, and when he body slammed him to the floor, Gabriel's on his knees, and this guy kicks him in the head. That's exactly what police are saying Derek Joyce did. Now, according to witnesses, Derek Joyce seemed upset with Gabriel Benavides leading up to that attack. The Oneida County Sheriff's Office saying someone shot video of that whole thing, and investigators are using it to get some evidence. Now, Joyce got into another fight, according to authorities, after leaving that party, this time at an apartment complex. Well, guess what? That too was reportedly caught on camera and is now being reviewed. ABC-7 confirmed Joyce is stationed at Fort Bliss. More arrests are possible, and tonight Benavides is recovering from a severe brain injury and a lot of facial injuries, including a broken jaw. Now, Nichole, since yesterday and the day before even, we've been getting a lot of comments from folks showing their support and disgust with what happened.
Let's get to some of those comments. Like Lisa says, cold-blooded wild animal. I hope the victim pulls through. And then Norma says, seriously, he's smiling? Arthur, that's his mugshot. There goes his claim for remorse.
And Tricia is saying, what could that child have done to him, to make him go off on him like that? He should be punished. What if that child doesn't get better? Paul's saying this generation has no respect for human life. They spend their time throwing drunken parties and fighting. Give us your thoughts on that story. Also tonight, El Paso health officials confirming 6 cases of salmonella that could be linked to an outbreak in several states. That has you also talking tonight on our Facebook page. All 6 patients, they were hospitalized here in El Paso, but we're told they are okay. Nichole, the health department, though, said it cannot really confirm if a specific food or food establishment in the El Paso cases are associated with a national outbreak involving cucumbers. But regardless, it's some scary stuff tonight. Watch what you eat.
Yeah, salad's gonna, hey, that can be my excuse not to eat salads, right?
You know, I was looking for an excuse.
Let's take a look at what Bernadette had to say. She says, bummer, love cucumber salad. Oh well. And the vet says, cucumbers help me keep my diabetes under control. Sucks. And then Gabby, more reason to be scared. I hate cucumbers myself, but my family loves them.
Hey, how about Ray saying a cucumber margarita party last weekend? I'm getting myself checked tomorrow, first thing. You might want to do that, Ray. And Stephanie's saying, you know what isn't giving people salmonella? Bacon. Hashtag bacon reasons. Stephanie, I love you for that because I agree. I love that bacon. All right. Hey, well, he's an 18-year-old pitcher from El Paso, and he might be playing ball up north, but Justin Maes's heart and his money definitely still in the lower valley and with his church. He's paying it forward. What he just did, coming up. And what happened with this cowboy from Louisiana after he went to the bar and found a unique way home? Well, he got in trouble with the law because of it, and it has you talking all kinds of stuff tonight. Find out coming up. And Nichole, that first alert still in effect.
It is in effect for this weekend. How much cooler will those temperatures drop? And what about those rain chances? Details in Storm Track Weather.
I know you're curious about what that cowboy did.
I really am.
Well, stay tuned. This is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. You don't just watch the news here. You are the news. We'll be right back.